Shalom. I would like to give all praises again and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakak Wadash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to hopeful elect. It's pushing this word in all sincerity and all truth out the four corners of the earth. The title of this lesson is Civil Unrest will be coming again. All right, and it'll be coming real soon. And after that, I'm pretty sure martial law. But I was looking up some history. This is from Maryville University, a history of civil unrest in America. All right, speaking on the Capitol Hill riot and other situations that happened in this country. All right, insurrectionists stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6th in an attempt to stop Congress from certifying the Electoral College votes. As Congress fled for safety, the mob broke windows, vandalized offices, and roamed the Senate halls. More than 140 people suffered injuries, and 5 people died, including a U.S. Capitol police officer. The Capitol riot is the deadliest attack on the Capitol in U.S. history. However, the Capitol has withstood civil unrest multiple times since construction began on it in 1793. The last time it was actually breached was 1814 during the War of 1812. If you look at some of the history of the War 1812, America was blocked from trading with other countries, which pretty much led to that war, which really is no different than what they're doing now with other countries as far as imposing sanctions. All right. When trained historians consider the civil unrest in America, they look at many possible causes of conflict and analyze events from multiple perspectives. Historians also pay keen attention to the specific ways that entities name and frame events. For example, protests versus riots to advance their social, political, and economic aims. And they're pretty much talking about propaganda. All right. It says what it says. Propaganda to further their particular interests and move the minds of the people, which the nations of these particular the international community at this point, they've caught on to what goes on here as far as like this propaganda machine, these enchantments. All right, that spell is being broken, and they know that for a long time this country has made a pretext of going in, setting up situations to go in countries and take their resources and put them in debt and cause war and dissension and commotion. All right. This is what is civil unrest. Civil unrest is an activity arising from the act of mass civil or disobedience, such as a riot, strike, or demonstration, in which participants become hostile to authority. Civil disturbance may be spontaneous or planned. Some are peaceful, as in civil disobedience, civil resistance, and nonviolent resistance. Some instances of civil unrest become violent, resulting in destruction of property and death, as in sabotage, terrorism, and guerrilla tactics. All right, numerous issues can cause tensions to mount between the crowd and authorities. Political grievances, including opposition to tyrannical governments, economic disputes, and long-standing oppression, have all caused civil unrest in America. All right, and there's nothing new under the sun. All right, these things are happening right now. All right, pretty much naming what's going on right now. Economic and social causes of civil unrest are mutually exclusive. For example, one of the earliest riots was just outside the Capitol, was the Snow Riot. In 1853, a mob of working-class whites looted and destroyed black-owned businesses, including Beverly Snow's Epicurean Eating House, purportedly out of resentment over having to compete with black people for jobs and fears of over slave rebellions. All right, you're gonna see more of that too, race riots and stuff like that. All right, there's much more to this, but I'm not gonna read. Not gonna read no more to it. I'm gonna just get a few scriptures and close this out. This is matter of fact, this is Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. That iniquity also abounds in your leadership. All right, how they treat the people. After a while, the people don't care after a while. Let's cross-reference this. I wanted to get this. This is James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you. And you shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together in the last days. And if you look, the wealth gap is definitely has widened. And pursuing back to the 80s, you had a middle class. All right, you no longer have a middle class. You basically have rich and poor. All right, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which of you have kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them have reaped and are entered into the ears of the Lord of the Sabbath. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you. All right, and that's talking about us here in North America. But at this point, everybody's being oppressed, even other heathens. All right, and this we're closing in on the end of this place. All right, we're closing in on the end of this place, and this man is trying to hold on to what he has, which really is not his. All right, he's holding on tightly because he knows that his kingdom is this time here is almost up for rulership. This is 2nd Ezra 13. Started 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, that the sign shall happen that I showed thee before. And then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And that's speaking of in the book of Acts, he ascended into the clouds, but it talks about in these latter days, people going to be undertaking to fight one another. And why? Because of the shortage of goods, all right, goods and services, right, but mainly food, all right, which is going to cause a lot of these people to go crazy out here, all right. Which is going to lead to martial law, more lockdowns. Like I was telling the brothers at the camp, they already been passing laws. All right, with all these distractions, they've been passing laws under the radar, which a lot of times nobody can check for. But you can go on, you can pretty much go on Congress.gov and look up some of these new laws, which they never tell the people. All right, they never do. Isaiah 19 and started 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and he shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to wizards. And the Egyptians I will give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. And the water shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be wasted and dried up. All right. So, excuse me. But basically, the prophecy concerning the end of Babylon. All right, the end of this place. And we're going to see much more infighting going forward in this place. And just letting this Lord letting us know that our time is short here. We don't have much longer. All right. So this was just a quick lesson. I pray that you've been edified, and with that I would like to say shalom.